play?
So I think the biggest thing for me is when I came home, had all these plans while I was inside of what I would do when I get out. I knew that I wanted to work immediately. I knew that I had a marketable skill, but I had no idea how I would go about getting my birth certificate. What was explained to me is that I needed my birth certificate in order to get my ID, my California driver's license, my California identification, as well as Social Security card. But the very first thing I needed was the birth certificate. So I had to collaborate with my mother, who was in Southern California. I was in Northern California. There was some information that I needed. I had been incarcerated as a juvenile, so I didn't have a Social Security card. There was some information on this Vital Check application form that I needed to fill out to get my birth certificate that I just didn't have. So talked to my mother about it. We collaborated together. Had this wonderful job waiting on me, but I couldn't start yet until I got this birth certificate. Sent it off. I had to have 2 people from the transitional home go to UPS to get this form notarized to say exactly that I am who I say I am. These 2 people have never met me in my life. I go into this space, this UPS store, and they signed it and tell the people that I am George Smith, right? So that process began. Someone had filled it out wrong, put their name on the wrong line, so we had to redo it again. So that was very frustrating. It's very intimidating, a little anxious, and honestly a little embarrassing. Here I am, 40-something years old, getting this form notarized by these 2 men who've never met me in my life, but I had to get it done. Once I got the birth certificate, I went to DMV, saw my California identification, and everything worked out well. I think it's the determination that was associated with me just really wanting to get to work, get my life together, that kind of just really pushed me out there to get these things done. So after I got my California ID, I needed a Social Security card. COVID was still active then, so there wasn't no in-person Social Security appointments. So I called an operator that worked for the Social Security, and I had to tell her the story. I felt a very desperation, like if I didn't tell her exactly what I'd experienced her hanging up the phone and telling me to contact someone else. So I told her my story. At 17 years old, this is what my life looked like. I'm trying to get my life together. I don't want to go back to jail. Can you help me with this? And she did. She gave me an appointment for the Social Security office. I showed up. I got my Social Security card. And the rest is history. I haven't stopped working since then.